Hey everyone, welcome to my channel on this breezy morning. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the MJXRC Bugs 7. The Bugs 7 came out a short while ago, and it's a really small drone. It's supposed to kind of look like the DJI Mavic Mini, kind of. Anyways, let me show it to you. It's in my pocket right here. It is very small. Check that out. There she be. There's a lot of people out in the world who like DJI products, but they can't afford them. So I get questions all the time. Hey, tell me the best drone under 250 grams that's like a Mavic Mini. And my answer is, there's no such thing. The Mavic Mini by DJI is in a class of its own. That's why it's so freaking expensive. The next best thing, well, I guess it would be the Bugs 7. This would probably be the next best thing that compares to the Mavic Mini. But it doesn't really compare to the Mavic Mini because there's some differences. I'll tell you them right now. First main difference is this camera is actually 4K. Yep, the Mavic Mini is only 2.7K. This is a 4K camera, but not all 4Ks are the same. This is 4K at about 17 frames a second. Now 4K at 17 frames a second looks okay as long as there's not a lot of movement. As soon as you have a lot of movement, you need more frames. So that's an issue. Second thing, this is not a 3-axis gimbal. This is a 0-axis gimbal. Well, it's probably a 1-axis gimbal. And it's not electronically controlled. If I want this camera to move up and down, I need this thing here. What is that? That's called a finger. So I'm gonna move it up and down. Yeah, so you can move it down 90 degrees, or you can move it straight forward, but you have to do it manually. Next thing, it does have removable batteries, but your flight time is 15 minutes. And the third thing that's, a difference from the Mavic Mini is the range. Mavic Mini's got a huge range. This range is about 300, maybe if you're lucky 500 meters, but it has some cool stuff. It's got an optical flow sensor at the bottom, so you can fly it indoors and it will stay perfectly still in the air. It has an LED landing light, so you can fly it at night. It is foldable props. This whole section here lights up to tell you what mode the drone is in. It does come with a controller that looks like a DJI Mavic controller, and it comes with a display. DJI, put displays in your controllers. These inexpensive drones have displays. And if I unfold it here, I'm going to show you one last thing that everybody wants, and that is right here. It's got a micro SD card slot, so you can put a micro SD card and record the video. But as I mentioned, there's no gimbal on here. So as your drone does this and this, well, your video does that. So that's what you get, because this is, well, it's 1/3 the price of a DJI Mavic Mini. So that's why people buy this, because if you can't afford the DJI Mavic Mini and you want a drone that's under 250 grams that you don't have to register in your country, this is it, the Bugs 7. You'll have a blast with this thing. So yeah, so let's go try it out and let me show you a few features. Here we go. All right, so hopefully this is working. I'm over here, you should see a beautiful picture. So this is 2.5K at 25 frames per second. Do you see what I mean? It's a great image. This is what you get out of the Bugs 7. I'm staring at my phone here. I look kind of ridiculous walking, staring at my phone here. I'll get closer so I look bigger in the image. So this is what I look like here at 2.5K. So how's that image? I bet you it looks pretty good, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop the image and I'm going to go into 4K, and 4K at about 17 frames a second. Here we go. All right, so that should be 4K at 17 frames a second, and I bet you once again it looks really good. It's a 4K image, a full 4K image. But as I said, 17 frames a second, when there's movement, that's not enough frames. So here, let me show you. Here's me walking. Do I look as smooth or do I look less smooth? Walking along here. So how does that image look? Pretty good? I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you are probably saying that actually looks really good, because the colors are probably awesome and everything else. I'm getting closer. And it is 17 frames a second. But when this little baby is flying in the wind with these trees blowing, the image is going to be going this way and that way and this way and that way, and it might not look so good. So let's go fly it and let me show you. This is your typical MJXRC Bugs drone, which means after you power it on, you have to do this once, twice, 3 times, and then you point the nose down, I believe, and go once, twice, 3 times. The app you're going to use for this is the MRC Pro. Looks like that. Hit start, next, and I should see an image. So looking around the app, you have a settings menu here where you can set things up. There's my flight ranges, everything else. calibration, I can do that again. GPS status says good. Flight logs, I'm going to show you the camera settings. So I'm going to record in 2.5K. You can see if you take pictures, you have full adjustments, and you can format your card and all the other good stuff right there. Start the motors, you start them with this red button down here. Start that. And then let's just take it up. So there is your image that you get right now. That's it bouncing around in the wind. How does that look to you? There's no gimbal, so that's what you get. And if I do a little 360 here, moving it to the right, there's another tree. Yep, going into that. Go back this way. Oh, there's another tree. I'm stuck in between trees here. Got no obstacle avoidance. So now I'm close to a structure with a lot of color, and I'll take it up and you tell me how it looks with all the movement. How does that look? That's what you get with your video. And I'll bring it back down. So that was 2.5K video. I'll just bring it down nice and slow, and I'm going to switch the video now. 4K video and record on. 4K at 17 frames a second. You'll see what I mean about movement. How does that look? Is that acceptable? Could you make a great video out of this? There you go. How does that look? I'm moving forward, 4K, going over everything. I'm going to try the follow me. Hit that, follow me, swipe to the right. It's got to follow my cell phone on my little phone right here. And here we go. It's recording. Let's see if it follows me. This way. So the follow me works. That's what you get. It's a GPS follow me that follows the cell phone GPS and the drone GPS match up together. And they work together to do a follow me thing. I'm going around the garbage can here. And now let's go into orbit mode. Orbit flight, 10 meters away minimum. Anyways, I'll just slide it and it should start orbiting. There it goes. But I'm not doing headless mode. That's for beginners. You can see on the left it says app joystick. That's if you want to fly it with no controller, just use your phone and fly it with that. It does have waypoints. Most of these have waypoints. Let me see if I can find the waypoints on here. Hit the map, see if mine work. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. There I am. Okay, so I have to go down to where I am. On the bottom right, I have a little finger with a line. Take that, and I want to draw some, I'm going to draw them down here. There we go. There's my waypoints. Nice little line. 7 waypoints. Submit at the bottom. Can I get the submit? I submitted it. And if you look on my phone screen, it's heading to waypoint number 1. Then it's going to turn and go to waypoint number 2. Okay, so this is low speed. That is the low speed. That's what I've been flying in. You know, very controllable, very manageable. I'll switch it to high speed. Let's bring it back. There we go. All right, so let's go high speed. There we go. 2 beeps says high speed. Here we go, high speed. There we go, much faster. Coming back, that will kill your battery in no time. Whoa, that thing, whoa. You gotta put the brakes on quick. I'll show you the landing lights. So the landing lights underneath, let's see, go up, one click, there you go. See the light on? All right, drone's up there. I'm gonna try some photos. Here we go, take a picture. Now these photos I'm taking here, they're just all being taken at, I think it's like a 4K resolution. If you don't want the curvature of the world to show, you see how it looks like it's rounded, you have to point the camera forward. I have the camera pointing slightly downwards, so you get that curvature of the world type thing. All right, the drone is way up there. And what I'm gonna do is a quick range test. So can you see on my phone screen? Well, I can see it on my controller how far I am right now. So here we go, full speed forward. Okay, I'm up to 80 meters, over 100 meters. I'm going over the guys on the field. They should be flying airplanes out there. Yep, there they are, flying airplanes. And what am I up to? Over 200 meters. Coming up to 300 meters. It says range would only be about 300 meters. Well, I'm at 300 now. So that's going 300 meters, guys. This is pretty good. About 350 meters, 300 and almost at 400 meters, almost at 400. What's my range? 428 meters. So my screen crapped out at 427 meters, but I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't matter because on the screen of the remote is telemetry. I can keep on flying it because I don't need the video signal. I can see the telemetry on there. It tells me my height and everything else. So there we go, it's coming back and we'll see where it lands. It's actually pretty accurate to come back. It took off from there and it's right here. So it's pretty darn close. Here, I'll see if I can catch it. Gotta catch it. And I'm not doing anything. Turn off motors. Turn off, turn off. There we go. All right, so what did you think of the Bugs 7? Check out the wind back here. It is picked up. The sun has gone out. It's cloudy. It looks like it's gonna rain and it's getting really cold. So I'm gonna sum up really quick. So the Bugs 7, awesome, better than I thought. It performed really well in the wind. You've seen the video, I haven't seen the video, so you can decide if it's something that you like or something you don't like. But before you decide that, check out the price of a DJI Mavic Mini and then go check out the price of this drone. And you'll see what the difference is, because the more you pay, the more you get, the less you pay, the less you get. But for a lot of you out there, this might be the perfect drone and the perfect price range for you with the features it has, because this drone, you can just take your cell phone if you want and connect your cell phone to it with no controller. So you put your cell phone in your pocket, this in your pocket, and you can do everything I just did today with just this and this. You don't even need the controller. It's that cool. All right, so I'm gonna post links below this video in the video description to where you can get this drone. It's available on many different sites, different locations. Pick one that you like and pick one up for yourself. If you have questions about the Bugs 7, post them below. I'll get back to you. And stay tuned for the unboxing, which is next, and you'll see all the cool things that come in the box with this drone. Mine came with 2 batteries and a battery charger for 2 batteries, which I thought was pretty sweet. So check it out and see if it's something you like. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in another video in the future. Take care. And now a super quick unboxing of the Bugs 7. Inside the box, we have the instruction manual, quick start guide, and some bug stickers. Next, we see the drone and the controller. The drone is very small and has foldable arms and foldable props, so let's pull all of this out. Here we can see the brushless motors, foldable props, and the screw that holds the props in place. On the rear of the drone, we just have vent holes. On this side of the drone, we have vent holes and a micro SD card slot, and it says use a card that is above a class 10 card. On the opposite side of the drone, we just have the vent holes. On the front of the drone, we have our camera right here with some plastic protection. You can see there is no camera gimbal, so when the drone does this, well, your camera image does that. Over on this arm, they published the weight at 245 grams. Looking at the bottom of the drone, no sensor, no sensor. Here we have an LED landing light, and we have an optical flow sensor right there. At the bottom of the box, you can see down here 2 batteries are included. I don't know if that's the case with all drones, but mine came with 2 batteries. The battery is a 7.6 volt 1500 milliamp battery, and the battery just clicks in place. Next, we have the controller with the very helpful warm tips. Please remove the scratch proof of the remote controller and aircraft before use. I think they're trying to say remove the plastic, which I've done. Over here, looks like they give you some QR codes for the app, and they tell you here that the sticker on the drone is actually terrible. This is your typical controller. These handles come out so you can hang on to. You will need to put batteries in the back right here, and it takes a total of 2 AA batteries. Your phone is going to go right here in this section, and that's what the display looks like when you put batteries in it. And remember, on one side you have right here to turn the GPS on or off. A lot of people fly these, have the GPS off, and can't figure out why their drone is flying away on them. Next item in the box would be your battery charger. You can charge 2 batteries, so I have 1 battery right here. Plug in the USB cable right there, plug that into a USB device, and there you go. You charge up your batteries. Other items included would be, of course, the USB cable, 4 spare propellers, a propeller removal tool. You would wrap that around right here, that little metal thing coming out of the propellers, and just turn it sort of like a pair of pliers. Mini micro Phillips screwdriver, plus you get 4 teeny tiny little washers, and I think that's for the motors when you put the props on. So the weight is 245 grams according to the sticker. There's my little scale below. Let's plop this on and see what the weight is on my scale. 249 grams. All right, my drone is powered on. I just want to show you how to bind your controller to the drone, because I get asked that question way too many times from people not reading the instructions. So here we go. Power on your drone, put it down. Hold this red button down right here and then power this on. You should see the power of the drone. See, I have it right here, and the power of the controller, and we are bound. And I should point out, you only do that one time and then never again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my review of the Bugs 7. If you enjoyed this review, then please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it very much. If you have questions about this drone, post them below and I will get back to you. If you'd like to buy this drone for yourself, the links are below this video. Check them out, and I'll catch you in future videos with more cool drone reviews. Until then, take care.